Hey everybody, just slowly getting set up here. Got a new little puppy cam. I just thought it was funny. My dogs were sleeping on the chair over here, and it was easy enough to swing a camera around. So, if you think it's entertaining, cool. If not, I don't know what to tell you. I mean, I can always turn it off. Let's see. What do I need to do? Trying to find all my appropriate Windows. I just rebooted, so everything's all over the place. Um, okay, getting stuff back in here. Um, do 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 do. Almost there. And I gotta decide if I want to. I've been kind of goofing around on a Dirty Wave M8 track. I could get the MPC back out. Um, I don't know. Haven't gotten that far yet, but let's look around. Let me get the M8. We'll start there. Why not? I also just got. I think some folks probably saw it. I got a Tracker Mini. Been playing around with it a bit. I think I still prefer the M8, and I just happened to get the Dig Dug DIY Purple Rain. It's like a newer version. Nice little 8-bit thing going on here. So maybe we'll get to playing with some of this other stuff too. But first things first, I gotta find a USB-C cable. Come on behind me. All right, we need the USB-C to get the handy dandy video so you can actually see what the heck I'm doing. And oh, I had another one right here. Get that. When I plug in audio, we're gonna need this fancy little noise ground loop isolator, and we can plug in there. Now, to get the magic to happen, need to shuffle a whole bunch of windows out of the way. A lot of stuff here. Okay, we got that. Put that back here. Go to m8.run. Turn on the M8. Okay, we got a display. That's a good sign. Hey, Sai, what's up, man? Let's see. That's really loud in my headphones. I think it's the application. What I think's happening is what was I doing before? I'm getting the audio over USB into the computer, and then the audio also going into the mixer. I think it sounds fine for you guys, because I can see in the meter here it looks okay, but I'm going to need to figure out where I'm sending audio. Oh man, and I'm dropping frames like crazy. There we go. I just output the audio out to the MacBook Pro speakers, and that'll keep it sane. All right. I now need, okay, it's got the right application view, so we can grab this. Yeah, I don't know. I've been like messing around with this. I'm not sure I'm like into the pad. Let's move that down here. I should actually create all the FEFDs. I guess I didn't do that. All right, we'll get that going. Move that down even. FEFD. Yeah, and I don't mind messing around with something else. If you're in the like, hey, can you do this? I will gladly. Excuse me, this cold's killing me. Yeah, I'll gladly hop into something else. If you're like, can you do the MPC or SP404 or whatever? You can take a break. I just was like, don't know what to do for a little bit. It's not that complicated. I know I'm doing kind of complicated stuff in it, but... Okay, now this sounds like way too low. Let's crank it up. I'm doing like a lot of randomization. Has been kind of what I've been getting into on the M8. That's the thing with the Polyend Tracker Mini is you can't get quite... You have to like actually go through and program all these subtleties and nuances that are super easy to do in the M8. So... I mean, like for this, I just have a break that I set it up so it's just got like a chance to like skip every other note. It's got like a 80% chance to play, and it's got like a 20% chance to do a retrigger. So you get kind of like this like kind of randomized effect. So, I don't know. I've just been kind of messing around with some of this randomization too much probably, but just trying to do some stuff to kind of keep it interesting without having to create lots and lots of variations off the go for it. Like this I just added last night was just it's just like a percussion loop. And then this is where it gets into the madness, is setting it up so that it like randomly pitches it up and changes the velocity, is like the N column and the V column. And then this one's like just dropping in like random delays, retriggers, and degradation and stuff. So you kind of get like this just evolving, or kind of, as I said, random effect. This one I think is just more percussive. So just kind of rolling through stuff. It's got this I set up so it's got like a chance to randomly play stuff backwards or retrigger as it goes through this. This is the bass. Like nothing exciting going on in the tables here. Just kept it super simple. What's this? Oh, this one's silly. I basically took this sample. It's just 4 notes, basically. And it randomly, basically what I have it set up doing is it just randomly picks what note to play and does all kinds of weird random effects whenever it plays it, which is like at just the beginning of the bar. So it's like I've been kind of programming slowly in all these different effects for it to jump around to. So like right now, it's not affected. Now it's got like a degrade. And it just plays it one time at the beginning of the bar, kind of bounces around. It'd be like kind of, if you're doing this in like an Ableton or like the MPC or whatever, just imagine like each time you hit a button, it just kind of has, or each time you trigger playing a pad, it subtly has different sets of like effect parameters that it might do. You could probably do some of this stuff with like a round robin with the 8 layers. Now that we got 8 layers, actually, it's probably not that bad to do on the MPC. You just record out like different versions of the sample. would be my guess. Then this one here, this track is really just noise. And I'm doing like some silly stuff to change the cutoff and adjust the volume, so it kind of gets, and then it's going through a delay, so it's getting kind of just like a texture in the background. As I said, I'm not sure if I like this or not. Maybe it's just too much. I could try bringing it back in. Maybe it needs a bandpass or something instead. Let's play it. See how that fits. Like, just push it more in the background. So, this is what I was working on last night. Then decided to take a break, and I don't know, I'm trying to get back into playing Tears of the Kingdom. So it's going okay. I don't know, do I want to work on this anymore though? Or start something new? What do you think, Sai? I could go MPC. Maybe I could start. If you want to see more Excel spreadsheets, I can start something new here on the M8. Grab the Move. Some of the Teenage Engineering stuff. SP404. Or you just, I don't know. Just do something. I do still have this little guy. This guy that's been kind of fun to mess with. You want to see the Purple Rain? All right, let me see what we're going to disconnect here then. Actually, I just connect it up into this thing. The problem is, so this is if you don't know what this is, it's a 8-bit processor, so it will downsample, or it samples in real time into 8-bit. It's got a chain so you can mix the original signal with the 8-bit signal, but you can adjust sample rate. It's got a pretty good lo-fi compressor and a filter on it, so you can get some nice effects. Yeah, let's see if we can just play through it. It does set everything to mono, which, depending on how you feel about that, can be a problem. The problem with this is if you're running in like a full mix into 8-bit, it usually sounds terrible. But that said, we're going to put this. You don't need to see the display here. So I'm going to switch it to battery on. So let's go back here, turn everything off. It actually does have some CV inputs on it as well, so you could use this with modular, which is one of the new additions that they've added, that Dig Dug DIY added. That is pretty cool. Okay, we'll get back to the whole track. Okay, that's like blown out. We're still not playing any of the effect either. We're definitely overloading the input with the bass, so let's go fix that. Like right around there. Now I can adjust it. All right, so right now the gray knob is mix. That's what it sounds like just as going through the full 8-bit. Usually what I would suggest for people that want to work in 8-bit, the thing you want to keep in mind is a lot of the old systems like the NES and Atari would, all of the components would be 8-bit, but they would go out to like an analog mixer. So you really, what I'm doing is taking a full mix and sending it through 8-bit. You usually wouldn't do this. You'd actually would mix, you'd want to do this one track at a time and then mix it. It'll sound much better because like you're basically jamming everything through, but just to kind of show you, you can mess around. Sample rate, lo-fi compression. But, you know, if we take the gray knob down, we can mix them. Because you can hear, like, it's like totally crushing the heck out of the whole signal. The filter's pretty nice on this, too. So what I would do, if I was actually going to do this, would be one track at a time. And like try and get the like just get the drums by itself to sound nice, record it into, I don't know, MPC or SP404 Mark II. And it might not even be, I mean, because you can hear we're losing so much of the audio. So if I go full mix, like you can't make out most of the drums here. Which basically means, you know, you'd want to go like tune each of these. Because that's probably about as good as you're going to get for a kick that's got like this. I'll turn it off. Like, it's just a kick. It's a kick with like a cymbal crash on it or something, or a hi-hat, open hi-hat. I don't know. But as I take the mix, you can hear it's like just you're losing the whole signal. So again, like you'd probably want to go through and like tune all this stuff to work better. Yeah, it's pretty. Like this is the hats. Like this one, you could probably, because they're all pretty similar, you could probably get it tuned up pretty good. You can hear like this immediately just makes everything sound like an old Atari or NES. It just depends on how crummy you're gonna make it sound, or like what you want to do for a mix. Like I actually don't mind kind of mixing the two signals together. I'm not like a 8-bit purist or anything, but you can hear it's pretty harsh on the sound. So that's why I like playing the whole thing through. It's like you're all of a sudden just lost all of the nuance. Like that's full mix. I mean, the maximum sample rate, I don't know what the max sample rate is set up for this, but then you get this fun little freeze button which will play the buffer. Just repeat it forever. So it's, I don't know. Dig Dug DIY I think did a pretty good job on this. I think he's made a stereo version, but I'm not positive. But I mean, you can hear it's like the bass sounds like pretty good, but like it's easy. Usually, it's easier for the 8-bit stuff to capture the low end. So I don't know. But this is like I used to have the Auto Biswee, and that was a really fun 8-bit effect. But I don't know. I ended up selling it off because I was like, I'm not using it that much. Anyway, I don't know if I feel like doing 8-bit tracks, but yeah, this thing's like something I'll probably start messing around with a bit more to figure out and see what we want to do with it. What am I going to grab here? Or do I actually put it back in the chain and sample stuff as loops into the SP404 Mark II and see if we can mix it? I don't know. What the heck? Let's pull it over. Get rid of the larger screen. We don't need that at the moment. I'm gonna probably need to zoom the camera out. This is one thing I probably need to make more scenes in OBS to do this correctly and just switch out seamlessly, but I don't have it right now, so all right, line out. How do we want to hook this up? I need cables that are at the bottom of my cable pile on my desk. Come here. Come on. There we go. Let's give it a try. We'll see where things go. Because I don't know. I don't feel like arranging that any more than I have. We'll go Shift Project. I don't think 2 has anything on it. Output. We may get some ground loop noises here. Oh, gotta turn it back on. Okay, yeah, we got ground loop problems. Almost there. All right, we'll put this here. Get this little guy here. Get this here. Let's try one track at a time. This cable's no good. Where did that cable go? I need like a cable rack to organize all my stuff. Let's try this. There we go. Yeah, I've got this little guy came with the OPZ line card. And there's like one of those short little, I just had it in my hand and don't know where it went. The short little cable that came with it ended up, it's bad. So if you don't get like the wires inside are just a mess, apparently. Okay, let's stop this. We're gonna try and pretty crunched. How do we feel about mixing it? I just leave it, I guess. Let's go record. I'm not going to be precious about this being like a full loop because I'm just going to set it to actually, you know what? We can go 70 BPM. We know it's 4 bars. Let's just see how this works. We'll record a track 1, and as soon as I hit play, at least this one starts on the 1. We'll find out how this works for the other ones. All right, I guess that's one track. Sounds great. This one's going to be tougher because it starts with no sound, and I could hook up the MIDI out. What's the easiest way to do this? I could put a note on the 1, and we could resample to take it out. Because this has to wait that long to play. What else could we do? We could dump it into the looper. I could hit play and just get it roughly in the right spot. Let's just go record. I'll just hit both at the same time. We'll see how it sounds after. Let's go shift, count in, off. We'll go select the pad. BPM is not 90. We want 70. Let's do both at the same time. Are you talking about, which one are you talking about? The SP404 Mark II? In the middle here, the Purple Rain again, the M8, the the ground loop noise cancellation thing. I don't think we're recording. Stop that. We'll see how this loops. Yeah, so E-tones, which thing are you, or I don't know, the TX6 mixer I've got up here in the corner? Or are you talking about the dogs? I got a few things going on here. Maybe it's okay. I don't know. All right, give it a try. Count in back to wait. See how that sounds. Darn you. I don't know. I guess I gotta set my, my bank BPM to 70, so I don't have to keep changing that. Record here, wait. Ooh, it didn't pick up that first one. Let's get a little bit more input gain and see if it'll work better. Sounds like such a mess. Okay, they all say 70. we're almost halfway through the tracks here. Give that a try there. I don't know that this is working out the way I was hoping. It's very crunchy, but we're close, so might as well. Well, give it a try. This is like, I think the filter needs to be opened all the way for this one. Just a tiny bit of filter. Give it a try. Yeah, there's probably like a tremolo effect or something going on there that was making it not sound so good at the end. I know it's randomly pulling stuff. Why are we... this is super low. This is the one that was jammed through the bandpass, and I don't know if I like it or not. It may not. No, it's not even going to start recording. Delete that one. I need even more gain. Okay, well, I'm going to just have to hit both buttons at the same time. Count in off. Sounds like it's just pulling the same note. Actually, I think that's all it does. It should be pitching it up. Anyway. It just maybe the 8-bit is just eating it. There may not be much besides just noise to get off at this one. Yeah, I don't know that that's super interesting to try and do. So we can turn gate off, loop on for all of these. And see how it goes. I feel like these 4 are doing the most work. So probably the thing to actually do would be leave loop, do gate on, loop off. And put this into a pattern where we just go record, switch to TRRec. Actually, we need this to be 4 bars. So we go record TRRec. These are all 4-bar loops. Might need to switch them to that like other one-shot mode or something. But I think we want to go to last. Because what I can do now is I know that they're all going to start in time. If I exit out, I can now do shift, reverse, remain, and I can pad mute stuff. So at least that way I know it's all in time. Oh, they're not all going to last. That's annoying. All right, we're gonna go shift rec to get it back into TRRec mode. It doesn't hold the last step for all these. That's annoying. Whoops. Something I would know if I did this more frequently with the SP404 Mark II. Okay, so they all should play. They should go to the end. If we're at 70 BPM correctly, they should all play to the end. And we get like that, like it just they kind of flash for a split second. It's just re-triggering them. So now I should be able to go shift, reverse, remain, and kind of just play it. I know it's kind of crunchy. Let's do this. We'll as well, I mean, let's just record in nice versions of this stuff, like the actual versions, without all the bit effects as well. We can do that on the bottom. We can then switch between them. Don't want that much input gain. So So we'll go through each one of these again. Record. What mode are we in? Count in. We'll do wait. I know wait will work for this one. All right. This one I can't do wait. I have to do count in off. Oh, I didn't get any repeat triggers on that one. Go back to count in wait for this one. Hopefully it'll trigger. Find out. Looks like it was pretty good. Oh, Zoe took off. She must have gotten toasty. Okay. Try this. It's a lot of re-triggers, but it's random. We get what we get. All right. Two more. We will do that noise. I'm not sure that's going to pass the threshold. No. It's kind of low sometimes. Shift count in off. This one's going to be another one I just have to trigger at the same time. Then we can go update the pattern to include everything. I think. Yeah, then we can just pad mute in and out. All right. Gate on, loop off. Switch back to the pattern. Record. I'm just going to turn it down for the moment. Remain. Next pad. Remain. Next pad. All right, we now have like everything more or less going, which is not probably what you want. Just not this one. You're way ahead of 1 million subs, man. I just barely broke 5,000, which was 995,000 to go. It'll take a little while. the levels are wacko. So I can switch between the 8-bit versions now. Like to switch between like crunchy stuff if I want to. Now this would take some practice to like think about how to switch between these. Could be mute groups. I'd use up like... Well, no, mute groups isn't going to work because I'm triggering all of them, so it's just going to pick one or the other to play, and then we can't use pad mutes. So yeah, you'd have to think about what you're doing to, or this would just require practice. Some of these are just too low. I think the concept should work. This one was just too crazy. It also grabbed way too many re-triggers, which I don't know, I guess re-record them until you get like what you want. I know, like, I don't know, I gotta do a video, like an overview video of the DiBiase session 19 I did, because I know he thought I was doing a scatter effect, and it was really just doing like re-triggers randomly on the M8 for the track. I'll have to try and get an explanation for what the heck I was doing there. I feel like this is just too crunchy. So it probably would be worth splitting these two into their own buses as well. I don't know what I'm doing at this point. Other than, I guess, just kind of messing around. I guess the other thing to keep in mind, these are all, the bottom half are actually stereo. I think it passes stereo along. I didn't try listening. I think it I think this does pass the stereo along. The problem is, not a problem, but the 8-bit effect is mono, so technically I probably could either save these on the computer as mono just to, I could free up 8 notes of polyphony, because basically we've only got 2 free right here because we're not playing any sample. But if you wanted to have a backing track or something, there's doing something like this where you're using pad mutes. We're using 30 of our 32 notes of polyphony, which is just something I guess I need to keep in mind as I'm trying to think through this. Plenty of fun effects. This is so low, I don't think this actually matters either. Except for... yeah, like this would probably be normalized. Probably after normalizing, you need to drop it back down, but... probably hit reverse on it too. Neat. At this point, probably like 60. Keep it like more on the back. I don't know, maybe 40? Somewhere around there. Oh, I missed the drum. I hit this one. Apparently not hard enough. I would have thought that would work, but maybe I'm doing this too fast. Try again. Okay, that switch worked. Maybe there's what it's not catching it. I don't know. So, in theory, this works. I think I need to hit the pads harder and be careful not to do double taps. Because I feel like I was getting a few. Like, if I want to switch up for these, I have to make sure, if I don't want it to double up the sound, I have to make sure I hit it just right. I got it that time. I don't know. I probably just need to make sure I'm hitting all the pads correctly. Probably need to consider getting, maybe it's enough variety, I don't know. Probably should think about getting like A and B versions of like the bass and like the melody. Because there's not really anywhere for it to go other than switching. Some of that stuff's super quiet, right? Like this one, I remember when I was recording it over, I had to beef up the signal. This one I did not. So like this isn't... It's another normalize. Wait for it to loop over again. All right, shift reverse for me. It's now too loud. I'm not convinced it's in time either. It may, I think I recorded it with weight, and it's probably not the right way to record it. I should probably have the looper synced to the M8 and then just keep extracting stuff as I sample it through. I'll have to think about this a little bit more, because that's certainly not cool. Let's go zoom in. Yeah, you can see like here. Weird. I mean, so it is starting on something. Maybe it's just, it's possible this sample might have played in reverse, because it looks kind of weird. So it may have not have started recording until the tail of the reverse hat started. This is just a issue with how I've been messing around with the M8 and randomizing stuff, and then not overly thinking how to get it into the SP404 Mark II, just because I was like, let's give it a try right like on stream. Yeah, I got to take notes on this and see what I can come up with. It's like, that's no good. We got too much going. So they all sound, I guess, a little janky. Oh, and I see Emmy's still over there, sleeping. Well, guys, thanks for hanging out, sticking around. I got stuff I got to get to. Actually, I gotta probably record a few more In5 videos. Today's the last one I have recorded. I've been avoiding doing it just because I've been like super sick. And I don't know, just haven't been up to it. Thank you for stopping by. Keep making music, keep having fun. Remember, if it sounds good, it is good. We'll see you again soon. Peace. Hey, Wonton. Feel free to drop any questions or anything if you ever want to. Happy to try and answer stuff for you. But I am out.